Imagine you built a giant factory brick by brick, server by server, all yourself. It cost you $1 billion to build, and now it just sits there waiting. Every single day, it eats electricity, eats money, and keeps demanding more from you. So what do you actually do when your biggest asset becomes your biggest problem? You sell the whole thing, and then you simply rent it back from whoever bought it. Now, that sounds completely crazy, but some of the smartest companies are doing exactly this. A data center is basically a giant room packed with thousands of powerful connected computers. Every video you watch, every email you send, a data center is working hard behind the banks, hospitals, retailers, social media platforms. Every major company needs this computing power. For decades, the rule was simple. If your company needs something, you build it and own it. Through the 90s and 2000s, companies kept building bigger, spending more every single year. But here is what nobody warned the companies about. Data centers are very expensive to actually run. You need electricity, cooling systems, security guards, and engineers available every hour around the clock. And technology gets faster every 2 years, which means your machines are already becoming old and outdated. You spent $1 billion and now you need another billion just to stay current and competitive. Finance people call this capital intensity. Your money is locked inside buildings instead of growing. Then, around 2006, a completely new idea arrived and changed absolutely everything forever. What if you never had to own the machines at all and only paid for exactly what you use? Think of it like renting a car instead of buying one. Pay only when you need it, nothing more. Suddenly, a startup in a garage could have the same computing power as a giant corporation worldwide. No billion-dollar building required, just a credit card and a simple internet connection to get started. The big companies started doing the math, and what they found made their boardrooms very uncomfortable indeed. Their competitors were moving faster, spending less, and growing more, all without owning any infrastructure. The old way was heavy and slow, the new way was light and fast, and light companies win more often. There is a number every big company obsesses over, and it is called return on invested capital, or ROIC. Two companies earn the same revenue, but one owns buildings and one rents, and the returns are very different. If your money is stuck inside buildings, it cannot invest in people, products, and things that actually grow revenue. A higher ROIC makes investors very happy and signals that the company is running more efficiently than before. Smart companies came up with a plan called a sale-leaseback, and it changed how they manage their money forever. Step 1. You sell your data center to a specialist company that knows how to run it properly. Step 2. That specialist company gives you a large pile of cash immediately in return for the building. Step 3. You sign an agreement to keep using the same building, but now as a renter instead of an owner. You still have everything you need, but now your balance sheet is cleaner and your cash is working for you. Think of it like selling your house, getting a big check, and then renting the very same house to stay in. On the other side of these deals is a whole industry that exists purely to buy and manage data centers. They are called data center REITs, companies that own the buildings and collect steady rental income from corporations. The corporation gets cash and flexibility, while the REIT gets long-term, reliable rental income every month. But nothing is perfect. If you sell your data center and sign a long lease, you are locked in completely. Rental prices can rise, you lose some control, and problems with your landlord become your problems too. The deeper risk is paying rent on infrastructure that technology has already made outdated and obsolete beneath you. Then artificial intelligence arrived and changed the entire data center story all over again. completely.
Order in the court.
Training
The
AI
defendant is
models
found
requires
guilty on all
computing
counts.
power so enormous it makes regular data
This matter
centers
is now
look
concluded.
tiny and insignificant in comparison. Suddenly, data centers became the most valuable real estate on the entire planet, almost overnight, because of AI.
Welcome to our new
Companies that
headquarters.
sold their data
We're
centers
excited
years
about the
ago
future
now
and what
desperately
this
need
space
more
represents
computing
for the
power
team.
at much higher prices. Now the question has completely flipped. Should companies buy data centers again or stay light in the cloud?
We're
The
confident that
biggest
this
tech
new
companies in the
strategy will
world are
allow
now
us to
spending
transition
hundreds of
smoothly into
billions
the next
building
phase.
brand new AI infrastructure facilities. These new facilities are not regular data centers. They are purpose-built specifically to train and run AI models.
Please
So
review
now
the
companies
documents
face
and
a
provide
brand
your
new
feedback
version of
by
the
the
same
end of
old
the week.
question. Own it or rent it once more? The wheel has turned full circle and the balance between owning and renting looks very different than it once did. So
Understood.
let us bring everything
apply this
together
to
and
the
understand
outstanding
what this
balance.
whole story is actually trying to tell us all. Companies sold data centers because owning them trapped too much money that could have been growing their business instead. The math was simple: free up capital, invest in actual growth, and watch your return on invested capital rise. Cloud
Every
computing
move
made
you make
renting
matters
smarter
when you're
and
the king.
easier, and lighter
You have to
companies
lead the charge.
consistently moved faster than heavier ones did. Sale leasebacks gave companies the best of both worlds, cash in hand while keeping access to their infrastructure fully intact.
It's over.
Then
I told
AI
you I'd
arrived and
take
suddenly the
everything you
infrastructure
have.
everyone was
But
trying
that
to get
piece
rid
was
of
protected.
became the most
This isn't
critical
fair.
asset imaginable.
One door closes,
And that brings us to the
another
most
opens.
important lesson hiding
I know
inside this
exactly where I'm
entire
headed.
story we just told you today. In business, there is no permanent right answer. Either the right move always depends entirely on the moment you are in. Owning is powerful until renting is smarter, and renting is smart until owning becomes absolutely critical again.
So the first
The
takeaway
companies that
here
win
is
are not
simple.
the ones who picked
Always
one side.
prioritize user
They are the ones who
experience above
stayed
all
completely
else.
flexible, always. They read the moment correctly and moved fast, and that is the real competitive advantage in any industry today.
This
Right
initiative
now,
is exactly
hundreds
what
of
we
billions
needed
of
to
dollars are
optimize our
flowing into
workflow
brand
and
new
improve
AI
efficiency
data
across
center
all
construction
departments.
projects globally.
We finally
The
understand
infrastructure
now.
being built
The
today
path forward
will
was
power
never hidden.
everything you
We
use
just needed the
tomorrow
courage to
and for
open it.
many decades beyond that. For REIT companies, this moment is extraordinary. Demand for data center space has never been higher in history.
We actually
Every
did
major
it. The
corporation is
proposal got
wrestling with this
approved.
exact decision right now,
I
and the
knew you could
stakes
do it.
have
This is
never been
fantastic
higher for
news.
anyone. For smaller and mid-sized companies, cloud renting remains the smartest and most flexible option available to them today.
Thank you for
Every
everything.
character in this story
I couldn't have
represents a
done it
real
without you.
force,
I
shaping
wish
how
you
the
all
world
the
manages
best.
its most critical digital infrastructure. If this video made finance and technology make more sense for you, then you are in exactly the right place now.
You can do this.
We break down
Click
the
the link
biggest
below
business
to
and
get
money
started
stories
right now.
every single week in a way that actually makes real sense.
Hey guys,
Drop a comment
thanks
below.
for stopping by.
Should companies
sure to
own
hit
their
that follow
data
button
centers
to join the
again
community.
or stay in the cloud forever? Thank you for watching. I will see you in the very next video coming up right now for you.